Hello everyone, so welcome back to another AmiAmi order. This is another one of those that's been floating around for a couple months in delivery, and it finally just showed up recently. So we'll start off with the small stuff since it's all literally sitting right next to me. So we've got 3 different Fate mini acrylics, which I'm super excited about because they're all absolutely adorable, and I need to put these together and get them up on my shelf. But we've got, first up is Benyanma. Almost forgot her name. I was gonna call her Birdie Girl because that's her nickname at times. But yeah, this is such a cute little acrylic, and I can show little close-ups of each of the acrylics too. But I have failed miserably on pulling her in-game, so this is really nice to see this just pop up for pre-order, and I just snagged it up while I could because she's definitely one of my favorites, or at least one I really like. I don't use her much in the game because I don't have her, but her character design's drawn by the people that did Disgaea, so always wanted to get her. And I've got my first summoning catalyst for Draco. Draco is what it looks like in English, but I believe in Japanese it's like Draco. But this is a Nero. To put it simply, it's she's a beast class, but she's kind of like Kiara, where the beast was trying to take over her spirit origin and she took the beast over instead. So this is how we have Beast Nero, which is let's see, Saddam's beast / Draco. But yeah, this is just such a cute little acrylic of her in her second ascension, so I had to pick it up because I really want her. Like, I will summon her. She will be mine. It's gonna be like another Charlemagne if it has to be. Like, I really need to also put money aside for her ahead of time. But yeah, love her. And then, oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that. The third one is a little King Pria acrylic, which I didn't notice she comes with little tiny buildings to like accentuate how massive she is. But she's so cute, and I definitely really like King Pria. I think I pulled her like a year or so ago, so she's kind of a newer 5-star. I've had her for a while though, but there's no merchandise really for her, so I was really excited for this. Though I'd love if Good Smile would like make an Android for her. That'd be super cute. But it is what it is. And then I'm not quite sure where my second package went because I have 2 of these, but this is a washi tape set for one of the Otome games I love, and I've never finished. I popped the game actually open for like to see its contents, but then I didn't like start it. But it's Libra of Neil but it's got little washi tape designs. It's part of some like special festival that they did, and for some reason AmiAmi had like an exclusive sale on it. So the other one's like generic designs, but this one has like the chibis of all the characters. So I thought that was absolutely adorable, and my goal with having 2 of these is one of the set is literally just going to become my like collector set that will just kind of sit off to the side, and then I have one set to actually like scrapbook and stuff with. So definitely really excited about having that because that's just super fun. So after finishing showing the haul, I realized I forgot to show this Dakimakura cover, so here it is. So we have what I think is the front, which is Chizuru in the kimono like this. Very pretty, but I ordered it because of the back side. I really love this maid look on her, so this is the entire reason why I pre-ordered the case. I am bummed I missed out on getting the bed sheets, which is really disappointing because I wanted to have the pillowcase and the bed sheet, but maybe I can find the bed sheet later on. They're kind of hard to get though, so I'm not sure, but at least I have the cover for her, which is very pretty and cute. Names in this order. So I love this little illustration. My last copy of it got a little beaten up by my cats, so I'm glad I had more than one order in the same month so I could get a new copy of the illustration, as silly as that sounds. So the first game, these are all Switch, is the new edition of Hakuoki, one of them, of many, but this has just a bunch of fun side stories. And then because I did the AmiAmi edition, I have this little slipcover with like all the different chibis, which is really, really cute. And then it comes with this exclusive button set as well, which I'm very excited for because, I mean, it's the main cast that's the buttons, so, like, how could I say no? But yeah, so let's take a look at this Switch game. I honestly have not broken into it yet, but I've kind of been dying to do so. I gotta catch up on my Japanese studying so I can actually understand these games a bit better when I'm reading, because I just have to sit there and listen word for word what they're saying. But sometimes, like, especially if it's a historical tome, I'll miss some of the context because they use words I just am not familiar with. Oh, that's so cute. So the inside's got the items sit there, I just grabbed them. They had those cute little lucky cats. So we've got a thin little book, which is, I can't read most of this, but we've got either some sort of like interview or extra story in here. So definitely something I'm gonna need to work on, but it's also got these cute little illustrations. Definitely a fan disc, so you can see that, like, it's definitely not normal, because, like, what normal Hakuoki would any of this be happening? But so that's super fun. And these with Japanese fan discs are also like pretty self-contained, or limited. It's not fan discs. And then this one also comes with a drama CD inside, which is really cool, and it's got all these little cute chibis on it again. And then the game itself has this cute cover with Chizuru and all the guys as like little chibis. I don't know if there'll be anything on the inside, so let's take a look. Nope. So yeah, it's just blank on the inside. I never know really, because like English games like love to spoil you with like booklets and stuff, or like a reversible cover, but Japanese games don't always do that. So it's kind of a mixed bag on what I'm expecting to find in there, because I collect both, so I'm always just like, does this have something in there or not? I should finish something before I start this, but I'm definitely excited to have it, especially since these things get hard to find like after they've been released, and we also don't get these in English at all, so it's just frustrating if I'm like trying to find them afterwards. Now this could have been an absolutely horrible mistake of mine to purchase this, but I decided to get this Hololive game because it was literally like 20 bucks. If I remember correctly, this one's supposed to work like a visual novel, at least if I'm thinking of the right game. And I really love her character design. I've honestly thought about getting her Pop-Up Parade, or her Nendoroid. The inside has these cute cats. So yeah, I'm excited to try this game out, because ever since I saw it available for pre-order, it's been on my radar. Now I'm a little annoyed about this game. I've been waiting. There's something in there. I've been waiting for this game to show up for months, and then it just got announced in English, so I'm not really sure what to do with this, because I pre-ordered the English one, but there's some sort of card in here, I think, so I'm gonna have to go look online to see what's in there, and I may or may not sell it, depending on what it is, but my original plan was, since English just got announced, I was going to sell my sealed copy to pay for my English version instead. Because there's like some dialogue chunks in here, and I want to be able to read those ideally, but I didn't think we were going to get an actual English port. So I was just like, whatever, I'll just buy the Japanese and be done with it. And then something that I think I did not read this properly, but when this was in the box, I had no idea what this was. It's a display of 8. Now let me just explain. I thought I was ordering like a fancy box set, but instead, apparently what I ordered was a display of 8 that's like a blind box, but not a blind box because it shows you. But it's Miku puzzles, which they're super nice, made by Ensky. I love their products because they make such cool items and they're a bit more affordable too. But yeah, so there's the 4 pictures. But because I ordered the display, I have 2 copies of every puzzle. Part of me wants to keep them all so I can like make some of them as like displays, but I honestly don't need the second copies of the puzzles, so I will be selling off the other 4 puzzles. I just got to decide if I'm going to sell them like individually or if I'm going to sell them. So that was like all the pre-order stuff in that box. But there was also, I took her out already, but the Kirino Nendroid I got off the pre-owned list. They rated her as B, and to be fair, she was only like $10, but when I opened her up and set her up, I found out that her paint was sticky. Not super happy about that, so she will be getting a bath and all of her parts. But in the meantime, I do have her on display. I have her in that outfit. So she's super. And also from the pre-owned section, because I was already placing an order, is this Chino prize figure, which she has her base, but when I tried picking her up, I forgot her base was puttied to my shelf so she wouldn't fall off, and instead just her came out. But this cute Chino, she was like, with shipping, like it comes out for her to be like $5. And I think this one was open, but there's also another Chino I got, and that one was sealed, but this matches the Coco I have. I've had it for years, so very excited. Is this adorable Coco swimsuit figure, which I guess just in general, like rabbit prize figures don't hold a like crazily good value, because I'm constantly finding just cheap prize figures. Like certain ones definitely hold value better than others, but there's just other times I'll just find a ton of them that are just cheap, dirt cheap. It's weird, but I'm all for it because I like cheap prize figures. Now, in this batch, it did also pick up a figure that's a Grail figure of mine, but I realized when I got her that I've never actually formally mentioned her as a Grail figure because I think I just somehow kept missing her. But this is Annabelle's other version of her fairy figure. I have her main one, which is this figure, but this is her second pose. And I've been hunting for her and her Daisy's second pose. And so yeah, it was amazing to finally get her. I think she was like $120. I could be wrong, and that was probably a bit more than I technically should have paid because I like had no business getting her, but I love these fairy girls so much, and I've always wanted the full set of them. So when I just saw her for not like a horribly expensive price, I was just like, she needs to come home, because like I'll go on eBay every little bit for them and they'll be ridiculously expensive. Like the alternate poses are like another 100 to 200 more than the standard ones, and I'm like, that's a lot. Annabelle's normal figure, I paid about $90 for her. She was pre-owned as well. So this one being like $30 more, I thought was fair, considering I've just never found her anywhere. I haven't even seen her at a convention. I've seen like Frisia at a convention, and I thought about getting her because she was really cheap, but I didn't like the vendor because they were being like rude to everyone. and their booth was very suspicious. Like, they were one of the people that goes to the secondhand shops in Japan and raids the entire store and then inflates it like crazy when they go to a con. So I just didn't pick her up then, which worked out fine because I found her after all. But never seen her at a con, so very excited to see her pop on the pre-owned list. Now I just need to get Daisy, but that's for another time. But yeah, so excited for her, and I'm happy to say that even though this is an older figure, like, there's no like stickiness to her and whatnot, so that's good. She looks a little awkward because of how she's sculpted, but I mean, realistically, it's following the artwork and it's just a bit of an awkward pose, but I just kind of brush it off because she's Fae. Fae aren't exactly normal, so whatever. And then the other thing that was in this order, it was a C grade figure. So it was like $40-50 for it being a scale figure, but it's this cute cat girl. Now I did open this one too because I was rather alarmed when I got the figure in the mail, and she arrived with her head was literally loose inside the box floating around. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, this is the limited color of her, which I honestly like more than the normal colorant, so I was really excited to find her for such a good deal. At least I thought that was a good deal, unless I was being impulsive. But I really love her. I don't really care about like the because she's an 18+ figure, so you can take like all of her clothes off. But that's not really why I got her. I just got her because she was a cute cat girl. So not too worried about like if the joints are like loose because of the nature of these figures or her clothes don't click together properly. I do have to glue the ribbon back onto her, which at the moment she's sitting a little bit as a mess on my desk because I was trying to fix her up. But I do have a dedicated video that will be available for her, because this is one of those figures that's part of the membership. This is one of the videos that will be available for the membership exclusive content that I promised. Stuff's kind of been slow coming in. But yeah, super excited to get her. I was really surprised that she has like a fabric base, so that's interesting. But I'm not 100% sure we'll put her at the moment because she's a little bit of a easy to tip over figure, so I definitely have to find a like really safe spot for her. So that one's gonna be interesting. You know, the usual joys of collecting figures that need particular locations to sit in. There wasn't like quite as much like stuff in this one because I just had some bigger boxed things. And I didn't go crazy with like the small stuff because it was just, and mainly the reason why I ordered the pre-owned section stuff was because it was, geez, I lost some acrylics, but it was literally just these and the puzzles, so it would have been this like tiny box and I would have paid a ridiculous amount of shipping for just them. So I took the opportunity to go looking on the pre-owned to see if there was anything I'd been looking for to kind of help balance out the shipping. So that's why I ended up with like her and the 3 prize figures, Kira Knows Nendroid, and the Fairy Girl, which I forgot to mention that she's part of Tony's Heroine collection. I get asked an awful lot about them. I probably should do a dedicated video for them. But yeah, Tony's Heroine collection, and her name's Annabelle. I'm sure you can find the rest of the information. But I guess let me know if you ever want a dedicated video on the Fairy Girls, because I can totally do that. And apologies if I like sound really winded in most of this video. I'm getting over a bad fever, and this is taking me more energy than I thought it would. Probably gonna like go back to laying down when I'm done filming this. So yeah, that's it for the new stuff that came in, and hopefully that was fun in some way, and see you next time. Bye!